Hello all, and welcome to a Christmas beer review. So this isn't the only review that I recorded today. I think I recorded probably the most reviews I ever did in a single day on my cell phone. Um, at over at relative's house, and we did a Japanese whiskey sampler, and then some. And it was just like a little bit, All in all, it probably came to maybe about 2 shots at the most. But we went through a whole bunch of those, and now I'm home, back from church, and I'm ready to go and review one of the last few things I'm going to be reviewing for this year. And this one is from 21st Amendment Brewery. This is Fireside Chat. Never seen this one before, but I went to Foodland yesterday and I saw it and I knew I had to go and have it. And this is a winter ale with spices and cocoa nibs. It's got like a nice little box art here. Got two reindeer drinking beer. And let's go and read the verbiage off of it, shall we? It's the most wonderful time of the year again. Time to gather with family and friends besides a warm fireplace and share some holiday cheer. Our fireside chat winter ale is warming and delicious, and as the reindeer say, like a hug and a kick in the rear at the same time. We begin with a rich, deep, toffee-colored winter warmer ale, and then we hand select spices and cocoa nibs until we know we have a beer worth sharing. So no matter how you celebrate or where you are, grab a spot by the fire and a friend and share the season. So this is 7.9 ABV, so pretty hefty, even for a winter warmer. It's almost at the borderline of strong ale. Such, we're going to be pouring it into stout glass. I was debating whether to use a snifter or not, but I figured the stout glass would suffice. Okay. So a ruby orange where the light shines through. You need to get like one of those lamps like some of the other reviewers have. Make it a lot easier rather than holding up, and then maybe you guys could see it too. With a light brown fluffy head. Hmm. I would definitely say the cacao nibs take precedence over the spices in the nose there, because that is very defined, whereas the spices, you can't quite pick them out. They're there, but it's just more of a general spice cabinet smell. Well, maybe not. Yeah, nutmeg, cinnamon, getting that. Maybe clove. But yeah, cacao nibs pretty much predominate. Overall, sweet and herbaceous. Now on to the palate. Yeah, there's some hot bitterness there in the finish. The spicing is fairly subdued, and that's a good thing because too many winter warmers tend to go overboard on the spices. Up front, you kind of get those roasted dark malts, some residual sugars. Got the hop bitterness there too, kind of merging with the dark malting. Spice shows up in the top note, not so much in on the palate. The cacao nibs definitely show up a bit on the palate, ever so slightly, kind of throughout into the finish. For 7.9 ABV, there's a disturbing lack of booziness here. This certainly feels it drinks a lot lighter than it actually feels. You know, it's kind of it's not thin in mouthfeel, but it doesn't feel like something that's nearly 8.0, if you catch what I mean. It's not that chewy. It's quite quaffable. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. I let this sit out for about 15 minutes. Here, I'm going to look at it close. I'm definitely going to look into replacing my camera. Just doing this, it's on his last legs, really. Um, I let this one sit out for about 15 minutes. This one, I think, would probably be at its best at around 65 degrees. This one feels like one that really opens up and displays more character the warmer it gets. Interesting, the the cacao nibs, not really adding too much in the way of chocolate, more of the herbaceous and bitter aspects of chocolate rather than chocolate flavor. Yeah, fairly interesting. My only quibble would be is that I'd like just a little bit more residual sweetness there. There's a bit too much roastiness, a bit too much hoppiness. I just like a little bit more sweetness and oomph to the body. But other than that, this is a pretty decent winter warmer. It tastes like a beer with spices added as opposed to a mulled beer. Also, too, fairly cheap. Sixer of this was about $12 at Foodland. Um, for some reason, these 21st Amendment beers are just really cheap and whatnot at Foodland. I think they have a special deal because I don't really see them um, outside of Foodland all that often. But yeah, it's not going to blow you away with complexity. But like I said, just a good solid winter warmer. And that, folks, is your beer review for this Christmas. I hope you and yours had a wonderful Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. during this winter season. And I hope that your upcoming new year is as felicitous and um, great as it needs to be. And that, folks, is your beer review for this Christmas Eve, well, Christmas Day. Cheers.